Hello, I'm Mariana. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are getting into this beautiful sultry eye makeup look. Okay, easier than it looks. It's so cute. I love this. It just makes your eyes pop, whatever eye color you have. Let's get into it. So the palette that I used was the Too Faced Cosmic Crush palette. This, I think, is a new palette, but I mainly used like browns, nudes, like literally just like three colors from this palette and like the most neutral colors from this palette. Like I'm pretty sure you can see them right now. So if you don't have this palette, totally fine. But the first thing that I'm going in with is some concealer. So you can use eyeshadow primer. I would recommend using like a lighter base on your eyelids to color correct and also to create like a nice even and light canvas to work on, since we are working with neutrals and we are kind of shape shifting over here. Okay, so the first shade I went in was this kind of like taupe shade, and I'm using this shade along with a pencil brush to go ahead and kind of create an eye shape. So what I'm doing with this is defining my crease, and I'm also bringing it a little bit higher than my natural crease. So we're kind of recreating my crease and creating like a bigger lid space, as well as kind of winging out the eyeshadow. So we're elongating the eyes, we're making a beautiful curve in a natural crease type situation, and then we're winging it out to uplift as well. So I did the same thing on both eyes, and I did actually go back in twice with that same shade just to deepen up the dimension, deepen up that color so you can see it a little bit more. And then I went in with this light shade. So this is going to be the transition shade, what we're kind of using to blend out that darker brown shade, just so it looks like it's nice and blended and it looks much more natural. So after that, I used the lightest shade, which is, I think this is the same. Yeah, this is a transition shade, the same transition shade. We're putting this in the on top of the lid. So we're just kind of filling in that negative space that we created, the created lid space that we made, and just kind of packing that on there just to open up the eye and make the crease, the lid look nice and big and bright. So now moving on to the sultry part of this, we're doing the eyeliner. So I use the Makeup Revolution pencil liner. I'm going in and creating like a baby wing. So I kind of made these wings like pretty thick. So if you want like a more concise, a more snatched eye and a more like small wing that's just gonna like kind of suck your eye, or like, you know, make it look more snatched. Adjectives are not my thing. Then you're gonna want to create an eyeliner moment, an eyeliner shape that is much thinner than this, but this is what I ended up with. So I'm using this pencil liner so I can be able to smudge it out and create a smoky, smudgy liner situation. And I am just going ahead and lining my entire eye as I normally would, and I'm trying to keep it as small as possible, or like as small as I would like it to be, and I'm doing the same thing on both sides. So I am lining the entire lash line and I am winging it out just a little bit. If you do want your wing to be a little bit longer, then you're not going to want to create the initial wing with the pencil liner as long as you want first, because we are going to extend the wing with the eyeshadow later on. So after I applied the pencil liner to my lids, I'm going in with an angled eyeliner brush and I'm kind of just smoking out the eyeliner. So we're just smudging out the top, making it a little bit more blurry, so when we go in to add on the eyeshadow that we're going to layer on top of this, it's going to blend a little bit more seamlessly, and it's going to make the eyeliner situation look nice and smoky and blended, and like it's supposed to look like that, and like you didn't even create like a harsh line on your eye. So this is what we're working with right now. Totally fine if it doesn't look like clean lines, because we're not really going for clean lines. And then after I finish smoking out and blurring out the top line of that pencil liner, I'm going in with a dark brown shade. So this is the third shade out of the three shades that I used for this look. This is the darkest shade. We're going in with a pencil brush again, and I'm just kind of putting that on top of the eyeliner and the blurred line that we created. So after I did that, I did actually go in with another shade, which is the transition shade that we went into right above the crease into the brow bone with. I added that to add a little bit of dimension to make it look like a nice gradient, which I love to do with my faded wings. It just gives it more of an attention to detail type thing. So it just creates a gradient from going from dark to light, and it just makes it look much more intricate as well as much more blended. So this is a step that I noticed when I was editing. I used a large blending brush to add in that transition shade, which actually made the eyeliner a little bit thicker and a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. So this eye is much thicker and like a bigger eyeliner situation than this eye. So like I said, if you want like a more snatched eye, definitely create a smaller liner situation, like a thinner line in the beginning with the pencil liner, and also don't use a blending brush, use the pencil brush for layering all of the eyeshadow on top of the liner. So lastly, I did go back in with the pencil liner just to deepen up as close to the lash line as possible, just to add that much more definition. I wanted it to be pretty dark around my eyes so that it makes my eyes pop and it does look like sultry and sexy. And then the finishing touches that I did was I kind of just cleaned up the outer corner, the outer eyeshadow with some concealer, which I always do, and this is gonna make your eyes look symmetrical and nice and clean and snatched. So I just went ahead and blended that out, and I also kind of went in to buff out the edges of the top part, because usually when I do cut or carve out the outer corner with the concealer, it sometimes looks like just like a harsh line of this shape, so I like to go in and blend that out after. And this is what it looks like with just mascara on. So there are like levels to this look. So this is mascara only with a bare lower lash line. You can definitely wear this out like this depending on how much drama you're going for. And then I went ahead and added some lashes and smoked out the lower lash line. So this is like the maximum amount of drama that comes out of this look, with a nice dark lower lash line and some nice fluffy lashes. Also want to mention that I will be dropping a smoked out lower lash line tutorial, so I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do this smoky lower lash line in the next video. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!